integrating your emotions and hacking the matrix. You can overcome the matrix. It's very simple. It's very easy to do. And yet it does take a lot of work. It's an inside job. That's why it's called a job, because it does take work. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This is the new Cosmic Knowledge Channel. We're taking you where no man has gone before. And we are trying to bring you to some information that will change your life should you choose to bring it into your life. We're not asking you to make commitments. We're asking you to make choices. And I'm talking today about, ladies and gentlemen, how to integrate your emotions and how to free yourself from the matrix, because integrating emotions is the way that you get free from the matrix. And until you learn to integrate emotions, you won't get free from the matrix. And until you get free from the matrix, you won't get to 0 point. And until you get to 0 point, you won't be able to create. Integrating your emotions is how you create a firewall that prevents you from being hacked by the matrix. The way that you integrate emotions is to go through a very simple process with the emotions that come into your mind, or with the emotions that are generated from your mind. The emotions, generally speaking, I don't know if that's true or not. Are emotions generated from ego? I don't know. I think most of the emotions are generated from ego, but I think about love, respect, those may not be egoic, or they might be good ego. Who knows? But a lot of our emotions, the emotions that signal the matrix to attack us, the uncontrolled emotions, the emotions that blast out of us, those are definitely from ego. And what we have to do to integrate our emotions, it's a very simple process. And I got this studying Magenta Pixie's book, Masters of the Matrix, and she'll be on the show Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And I've read her first 2 books. Her first book was Masters of the Matrix. Then I read her second book, Divine Architecture and the Star Seed Template. And then I'm going to read her third book today. So we'll be all ready for Magenta Pixie when she comes on Friday. So here's how you integrate emotions. Number 1, you acknowledge the emotion. Let's say, since Jay Madden brought up jealousy, let's say that he says jealousy breeds ego, or does ego breed jealousy? I think you might got cart before horse, Jay Madden. I think ego breeds jealousy. But anyway, let's say the emotion's jealousy. Jealousy comes into your mind, jealousy comes out of your mind, whatever, it's in your space. Jealousy, okay? Jealousy is in your space. So what do? You acknowledge it. You say, guess what? Jealousy is in my space right now. Jealousy is in my face right now. It's inside your head. Jealousy I'm dealing with right now. This emotion I feel is jealousy. And the first thing you do is you have gratitude for jealousy. What? How am I going to have gratitude for jealousy? But what you're going to say is, I'm so glad that I'm feeling this. I'm thankful. I have gratitude that I'm feeling this jealousy right now, because it gives me an opportunity to learn how to integrate my emotions. Or I'm happy that I have gratitude that I'm feeling jealousy right now, because it's going to give me a chance for self-improvement and enlightenment, get me closer to the 0 point. Or I'm glad I'm feeling jealousy right now because I'm already in the 0 point and I know I can deal with it. So you acknowledge it. It's jealousy. You have gratitude for it, and then you analyze it. Okay, I have jealousy right now. Why do I have jealousy? Is it a thing, or is there nothing here? What am I saying? I'm saying that, let's say you're feeling jealousy. Why are you feeling jealousy? Are you feeling jealousy because you just saw your mate having sex with somebody else? Well, then that emotion of jealousy is probably justified. Are you feeling jealousy because you think that your mate might be having sex with somebody else? You're fearful of it. You're worried about it. So you analyze the emotion. Do I know that my mate is having sex with somebody else? Yes, I saw it. Okay. So then you have a decision to make. Is it okay with me, within my divinity and sovereignty and freedom, that my spouse had sex with this other person? Because that was their divinity, their sovereignty, and their freedom to decide. So the first thing is, you're not going to take a gun and shoot somebody. You're not going to shoot. Why don't they shoot? You're not going to shoot the man. You're not going to shoot the woman. Period. Bob Gooch is finally putting down alcohol. Thank you, Jeff, Jay, and Sandra. Boom. Love it. So my spouse made the choice to have sex with another person. They're divine, they're sovereign and free. They can choose that. And because I'm divine and sovereign and free, I can choose how I react to that. If you choose to, assuming your spouse is apologetic, if you choose to allow to stay in the relationship and work through it, that's your choice. Now, you could also choose to say, guess what? I'm not okay with this. I know you're divine and sovereign free to have sex with someone else. I'm not happy. I'm choosing, my divinity and sovereignty and freedom is choosing not to be with you because you decided to have sex with someone else. It's just not within my divinity, sovereignty, and freedom. You don't shoot anybody. You don't cuss at anybody. You don't yell at anybody. You don't scream at anybody. I'm so glad that I'm not on caffeine, because I would have responded to a comment that I consider fairly ignorant, but I'm not going to respond to it. I'm just going to go on. So anyway, once you've recognized it, have gratitude for it, analyze it, now you can decide what to do and integrate that emotion. I've decided to forgive, so I'll integrate it. Musa, let go of the hurt, integrate it, and move on. I've decided that it doesn't work for me, then I will just move on from this relationship. What you're not going to do is repress that emotion and hold it down, because repressed emotions signal the matrix and they send the archons to attack you. Or you're not going to blow up and yell and scream and holler, because that signals the matrix and they send archons to attack you. Every single time you get out of control emotionally, you're signaling the matrix and you're calling down the hounds on yourself. So you can now make a choice whether you want to do that any longer or not. But that's the way you integrate your emotions. Very simple. Let's say the emotion is depression. Here comes this emotion. It's depression. I understand and I acknowledge that I'm feeling depression right now. I have gratitude that I'm feeling depression, because it gives me an opportunity to get to the bottom of this depression and to move past it. I'm analyzing this depression. Am I depressed because I am just lonely right now? Or am I depressed because I drink 3/5 of Jim Beam a day and no one wants to hang around me? And then you can integrate that emotion from an informed position. Oh, I'm just a little depressed. Let me just roll over and take a nap and it'll be okay in a minute. Or maybe I should stop drinking so much. Maybe I should stop drinking at all. Alcohol's a neurotoxin. Why you're drinking it at all, I don't understand. But what you're not doing is crying like a baby all day long, uncontrolled emotion, and you're not lashing out at other people, uncontrolled emotion. You're recognizing, you're accepting, you're thankful, and then you're integrating the emotion. It's just like catching those arrows that come at you. Blow them out, put them in your quiver. You're doing the same thing. And that's just the way that it has to be done if you want to be free. It's just that simple. Because it's the fear-based emotions and the repressed emotions that signal the matrix. Jealousy, hatred, envy, fear, fear-based emotions. Repressed emotions, they signal the matrix and they call down the hounds upon you. And this integration is not only a way, it's the only way to enter into the 0 point. Somebody said repetition is the mother of learning. Integration is the only way to the 0 point. And you've probably noticed that I've started saying love and light. And the reason I've started to say love and light is because love and light are geometric codes. They're activation words that create bliss-centered love and bliss-charged love within your life. And Magenta Pixie breaks them down further to love, light, and light, love. Love, light holds the frequency of love the highest. She says it is characterized by pink rose. And light, love holds knowing at the highest. And it's symbolized by the, I think she said the Holy Grail or the cup. So when you are walking in love and light, and when you say love and light, it actually releases a spiritual frequency and activation. That's why Sandra and I both started saying it. And it will usher you into the 0 point. And within the 0 point, you can change the matrix. You can hack the matrix if you get into the 0 point. That's what it's all about, is getting you into the 0 point. Because at the 0 point, you're truly divine, you're manifesting divinity, you're manifesting sovereignty, you're manifesting freedom. And until you're there, you're not fully, and you're not fully able to create. And remember, the matrix subsists on fear-based, egoic, emotional projections. Fear-based, emotional, egoic projections. That's what powers the matrix. That's what powers the people that are against you. And when we reach service to others, integration, we're not putting out those emotions anymore. Ergo, we can't be hacked. Once you get to service to others, 0 point reality, you're unhackable. And that's what I'm trying to get you to. And the reason is because our inner reality is stronger than the matrix. What we have going on in here is stronger than what the matrix has going on out there. I know there's energy weapons. I know there's mind control. I know there's voice to skull technology. I know there's 5G. I know there's all these things, all these energetic weapons that are aligned and arrayed against us. But the true energetic essence that is within us is more powerful than all of these other energetic weapons that they have thrown at us. Because ours are genuine, theirs are copies. And therein lies the real seat and truth of our victory. And once you get into the 0 point, whether you believe that you made soul contracts before you came, whether you believe you didn't make soul contracts before you came, whether you believe you made agreements before you came, or whether you believe the agreements were forced upon you, becomes irrelevant, because in the 0 point, you can break every covenant, every contract, every commitment. If you listen to the morning mantra, you can break all of that stuff. Or you can decide to leave it stand. Or you can decide to make new ones. Because at the 0 point, you're acting in full divinity, full sovereignty, and full freedom. Absolutely. Complete sovereignty is in itself a firewall. You become unhackable. And as we close, nothing's done to us, it's done by us. We're not victims, we decided for ourselves. And whether or not you believe that you made soul contracts before you came or don't, whether you believe you had soul contracts put on you before you came or you don't, the fact of the matter is that there are things in this existence that are meant to trip you up, slow you down, and make you less effective. And one way or another, whether you decided before you got here that you wanted these things, or whether or not your choices in this life have brought you to these things. If you want to know who's to blame, look in a mirror. Whether you made covenants and contracts before you got here, or whether it's just the natural outworking of your choices and your decisions, you're here at this point by your own will and volition, because you chose to do it. Maybe it was earlier, maybe it was later, but you chose to do it. So nothing's being done to you, it's being done by you. You're living, you're reaping what you've sown, one way or the other. And you're not a victim. You have decided for yourself. You've decided for yourself. Whether you decided in a past life, whether you decided in another incarnation, whether you decided in the astral, or whether the decision was just a series of decisions and choices along the way. You're here because of your own will and volition. And the only way to get that will and volition completely into the divinity and sovereignty and freedom frequency is to get into the 0 point. And the only way to get into the 0 point is to do the integration work. And the only way to do the integration work is to do the inside work. And that is an inside job. And it's called a job because it is work. And I don't know of any better way than meditation. And I don't know of any other way that's better than the writing technique for helping you do this integration process. And let me just repeat, ladies and gentlemen, it is uncontrolled emotions that signal the matrix. Every time you don't integrate an emotion and it blasts forth out of you, it signals the matrix and they send archons to attack you. Every single time. So the only way to prevent yourself, the only way to hack the matrix is to hack your own mind and teach yourself that when these strong emotions come, acknowledge them, have gratitude for them, analyze them, and then integrate them. And you cannot repress them. Or those repressed emotions and uncontrolled emotions, and really a repressed emotion is an uncontrolled emotion. That's what signals the matrix, and that's what signals them to send archons to attack you. Not sometimes, not most times, not almost every time, but every single time you have uncontrolled emotion, they're going to come back. That's going to signal the matrix, and you're going to be attacked. It's called law of attraction, if you want to look at it in another way. Magenta Pixie brought this great message to us, and she's going to be on the show on Friday at 10 a.m. Sandra did a video on things are happening by us a while back. Check her channel at Raw Reflections or Sandra D. It's linked on my channel. It's the top one. If you look at featured channels, great channels, subscribe, just click there. You can see right where she is. In fact, I'll show you right now what that looks like, so you can take advantage of that, because there's a lot of great teaching on that channel. So if you're on my channel, this is what you're looking at right here. If you're on my channel, this is what you're looking at. And all you have to do is see right here, great channel, subscribe. Sandra D is the first one. Our new channel, Serpent and Dove, is the next one. Leak Project, Heidi, Wayne, Scotty Roberts, Global Witness, Jenny Moonstone, Vinny Eastwood. And I'm going to be on next week, it looks like, with Vinny Eastwood and Joseph Atwill, the author of Caesar's Messiah, and of course, the aforementioned Magenta Pixie. And oh, look, Jeff is live right now, integrating emotions and mastering the matrix. So just click on Sandra D, and you'll go to her site, Raw Reflections. And you can find all of her great videos and all of her great work right there. It's just that simple. It's just that easy. And she's got a lot of great teaching there. Fibro is from processed sugar. I use stevia. I use stevia as well. I think stevia is a much better. And when we start off, Sandra says, with the thought, this is happening to me, then this is happening for me, then realizing this is happening by me. Yeah, it's happening. It's not happening to you. It's happening by you. We've done it each and every time. The best sugar substitute in my mind is stevia because it's natural, and you got to get used to the taste a little bit, but it's great. Wendy talking about coming out of a toxic relationship. Good for you. The mom's view says that the writing technique works perfectly. It's worked very well for me as well. Substitute sugar with raw honey, maple syrup, or stevia. Raw honey, maple syrup got a lot of carbs in them. Stevia doesn't. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the way that you integrate your emotions, and that's the way you get free from the matrix. Tonight at 6 p.m., Sandra and I will be bringing you the latest edition of Serpent and Dove. And since we did that little exercise just a while ago, let's do that again and show you how you can find the Serpent and Dove channel so you can take advantage of this great teaching that we're going to bring tonight. And we're not even going to tell you what it's about. It's so good. We want to leave it as a cliffhanger. So again, just go to my channel. You're on my channel. And right here, you can see the top one, Sandra D. Then there's Serpent and Dove. So you just click on Serpent and Dove. And I believe we're going to be coming live from this channel tonight at 6 p.m. If not, we'll have it loaded up to the channel by probably 8 p.m. But I think we're going to be able to make it live from this channel. Thank you to the 169 of you that have subscribed. I would ask the rest of you to please subscribe to this channel. You can also visit our website, Serpent and Dove, and I need to put the new graphic on here. So if you want help, need help, MYSTECH, Fluffy, other products from our store, just go here, let us know. We're here to help you. You can get to Sandra's site, you can get to my site, all the things under the NCK or New Cosmic Knowledge umbrella. We're here to help you create yourself. We're here to help you build the life that you'll love. And it is an inside job. So we're here to help you do the work. And for Sandra D, I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. Reach us at serpentanddove.org, rawreflections.org, or jeffreydaugherty.com. We're here to help you create yourself, build the life you love, and do that inside work. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to say it's an emergency, but it's an emergency because we're the last generation of real humans. I'd like to help you, and Sandra would like to help you, get busy. Love and light to you. The divinity in me recognizes the divinity in you. I salute you for being here. And I do wish you very much love and light. For Sandra D, I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. We'll see you next time.